My name is Scott Miller. I like students to call me Dr. Miller. I am a teaching professor in the Department of Materials Science and Engineering at S&T. I've been here since 1987. I got my bachelor's degree at The Ohio State University in physics, and I received that degree in 1981. And then I went to graduate school and I met Professor William Clark, who taught me all about electron microscopes while I was doing my master's research. And I still to this day use electron microscopes, teach classes in electron microscopy. So that's pretty much what started me on the path that I eventually followed. I graduated in 1987 with my master's degree, and I came to S&T, then UMR, in 1987 to run the electron microscope lab for the Department of Metallurgical Engineering. So while I was managing the electron microscope lab, the department asked me if I would teach the lab that was associated with the instruments, and I did, and I really loved teaching college, and so I asked the department if I could join the faculty, and they said sure if I got my PhD. So I worked part-time getting my PhD, and I finally got my PhD in 1999. I was in a race with my son to get my PhD before he graduated from high school, and I won. When I'm not teaching, I like to read. I've done some remodeling of the house, but mainly I like to travel, and when I do travel, I like to document it by having my picture taken with inanimate objects, and I'm not really good at taking selfies, so I usually make my wife stop people and crossing in front of us and take my picture, and she's usually very upset about that, but at least it documents our travels. I prefer students contact me by email, smiller@mst.edu, and if they want, they can stop by my office, and it's in 278 McNutt. But if they email me ahead of time, I can make sure I'm there or arrange a suitable time. My office phone is 341-4727. But I do maintain at least 2 hours a week of office hours in the Student Success Center in 198 Toomey. Although those office hours vary in times and days depending on the semester. Well, I like to use either Blackboard or Canvas, whichever is appropriate for the semester. I generally teach with PowerPoints, and I put the PowerPoints on there at least 24 hours in advance so that students could download them and take their notes on those and have that material already printed. I put quizzes on the learning management system. I also, before each exam, try to put some exams from past semesters up there so that everyone has equal access to those. I really like electron microscopy because it allows us to peer into materials on a really, really small level and figure out and discover things that we didn't think existed. But I've branched out to teaching. I teach a class in scanning electron microscopy. I teach a class in transmission electron microscopy. And I also teach a junior undergraduate level class in just materials characterization. So all of the different characterization techniques that takes in material science. I teach an introduction to metallurgy class. And I also teach a few of the sections of studying careers in engineering, the freshman engineering class. I think by teaching style that I try to make sure that all the students get the information that they're going to need for their subsequent classes, but I really try to make it as entertaining and as relevant as I can. Try to make sure that I understand what the state of the art is and present the materials that's current. And I try to do it in a way that will keep the students interested. So I try to do as many demonstrations and keep it as entertaining as I can given the types of classes that they are. I'm just proud to teach here at S&T. It's a great place for undergraduate education. They supported me for many years, and I appreciate that. I've had the opportunity to have a lot of great instructors myself, and I try to be one.